What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pixel Pulse, a video game podcast. And whether you're a top 1% sweat or just here for the vibes, you are in the right place. This is episode 14. My name is Justin Muslimi, and with me, as always, is my good friend Kyle Olson. Kyle, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Oh, not much here, man. Just ate dinner and probably go for a nice walk after this. I'm thinking. I need to work off those calories. We had it's that new 4-for-1 or 4-in-1 deal from Little Caesars where it's like 16 pieces and there's like 4 jalapeno, 4 cheese, 4 bacon, and 4 pepperoni. Yeah,
Nice.
so
You
crazy
definitely
bread.
need to walk after that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I need to burn those calories off.
That's funny because
So,
my kids had Little Caesars tonight too.
oh really?
Yeah, yeah. My boys are like Little Caesars fanatics, and they will just devour that pie. So we got that for them, and yeah, I'll probably go for a walk after this too. I'm here
I
for the
will.
vibes, by the way, not the 1% sweatiness.
I am for sure on the vibe side of things, as we know. I
Yeah.
am no sweat. Maybe 10 years ago, man. Not today.
Yeah, someone asked me today because I was telling them about the podcast, and they're like, "Oh, like do you play Call of Duty?" Because I was like, "Yeah, I play video games." I was like, "I mean, once upon a time I did, but I don't really play that anymore now, just because I'm no good."
Hmm. Yeah. Hopefully you bullied him into subscribing to us. Just a straight bully tactic.
Yeah, I was when I was getting my hair cut, I grabbed his clippers out of his hands and I held them up against the glass with the clippers, and I was like, "You subscribe."
Yeah. If you know what's good for you, really.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly. And then you whipped out his phone, and you probably got the notification, ding, new subscriber, but you had no idea the altercation that happened.
Yeah. I had no idea the consequence. The consequence of that subscriber.
Yeah,
Oh man.
the poor guy.
That's funny. Well, good man. It's good to be here with you today, Kyle. It's good to see you. You look good. I know you said that you got a nice fresh little haircut going on, and
I
you're
did.
looking
It was good.
you're looking pretty slick, dude. I must say.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. My hair grows really fast, and it's getting warm. Not today. Today's a cold day, but it's just been getting so warm, and I go for like walks outside, and I just feel the sun beating down on me, and I'm like, I just want to have short hair.
Yeah, dude, it was hot here, dude. It was 84 here today, which is
Whoa.
nuts for April in North Dakota.
Yeah, but you
Uh,
didn't say it right.
what did I not,
Don't aren't you supposed to say North Dakota?
oh, North Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm not a North Dakota native, so I don't say it right.
I
I
see.
still
I
got
see.
that. I got that Cali blood running through me, man. It's running through me still.
Yeah.
Cali boy for life. But yeah, no, man. It's again. I'll just say it again. It's good to see you. Um, got a few things in the news today, Kyle. We can go through. Well, actually, first I want to go through what I've been playing. I've been playing Pragnata,
Uh-oh.
and
I knew
that
it.
game is fantastic. Uh, I don't know if you're planning on getting it, Kyle. I'm actually surprised you didn't get it because I know that was one of your most anticipated games that we had in our first podcast. And it wasn't on mine, which is funny. It was not on my list, and it was on yours, and I got
It,
it, and
it
you
was it
didn't.
was on my list.
That's what's funny.
Yeah, I saw the launch and it was like everything like like to be honest, the real reason I didn't get it is because so for work I'm a contractor, like a 1099 contractor,
Mm.
and I just paid all of my taxes for end of last year because I had to file for last year, and I had to double pay because I had to pay Q1 as well. Because as a contractor, since I'm like a sole proprietor, I have to pay my taxes quarterly, and if I don't, I incur penalties. So the real reason I didn't is
Mm.
because I paid taxes for all of last year, and then I paid them again for Q1, and I was just like, I just couldn't spend like I could spend more money, but like I couldn't bring myself to spend
Yeah,
more money.
you
And
don't
I
you
was
don't
like,
want Can't justify it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been having so much fun still with like Seven Deadly Sins, which is free. I just keep playing that, and I was like, I just don't want to buy Pragmata and then shift to that and miss like some of the live stuff that's going on in Seven Deadly Sins right now.
Mm,
So
sure.
I will pick it up very soon because the demo was fantastic.
Oh man, yeah, it's really good. The demo is the first part of the game, so you play past that, and the game does a really good job of introducing new elements because like I was like this hacking thing is pretty cool, but if I have to hack for every enemy encounter, is this gonna get like I was worried that was gonna get like old or stale or just repetitive and just I'm like ugh. But I mean, it so far, dude. I'm like 7 hours in, and it hasn't gotten I because they slowly kind of creep new features and new systems and
Right.
like new things into it
Yeah.
that kind of keep it fresh. They do a
Uh-huh.
really I mean, and the pace at which they do that is really good. Um, you learn like there's even a feature now where I have an ability where I can just do an auto hack where I can just you hold L2 to target the machine and you just click the R3 and it'll just do a quick like an auto hack. It'll hack it for you,
Oh.
and you can upgrade it so that it goes like really fast too. So it'll just go just really quick and then boom hacked. So that's going to be I think important for me. Well, it's important now because you really have to have spatial awareness in this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
they can be all around you, and if you're not paying attention while you're hacking, you have to kind of know like where they are. But they can swarm you pretty quick, even though they
Yeah.
don't move that fast. Well, some do, but I would say the majority of them don't move all that fast. So you have to really be aware of your surroundings. That is very important.
Yeah.
Um, I'm at a
Even in the
boss.
demo, the demo was like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. There were times in that demo where you had to kind of be on your toes because yeah, if you're hacking and they're still coming at you from all angles, so you got to kind of be aware. Uh, it's really good though. The story's cool. Although I would say it kind of takes like a backseat to the real story, which is the relationship between Hugh and Diana, that father
Mm-hmm.
daughter kind of dynamic, and it's really touching so far. I'm really enjoying it. They do a great job of fleshing out both characters. Um,
Nice.
you find things out in the game world, and you'll find like you'll find something and then you'll bring it back to her and it'll like replicate it in your like hub area like balloons, and then she'll go and like play with the balloons. She'll grab one and run around with it,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, that's just one example. I won't give too much away there, but it's cool. Yeah, no, it feels like a real video game. Like it kind of reminds me of like the PS3 360 era type video game in like the best way, just from a gameplay perspective, where it's just really focused on gameplay and everything else is kind of like a cherry on top. But
Yeah.
gameplay is king in this game, and it's really well done, and I love it. And that's
I've
all
seen
I'm
you online
playing right
playing
now.
it.
Yeah, yeah, and I see you online playing Seven Deadly Sins. So,
Yeah, I think I was telling you that one of the reasons why I like it is because a lot of times at the end of the day, I'm pretty tired and I don't feel like firing up like a story game where I'm going to get really involved and like not be able to put it down. So like Seven Deadly Sins, I can pop in, do some of the missions, do a little bit of story, and then pop
mm,
out. And then I put on like My Hero Academia or a movie or something, and then that's kind of how I spend my night because um, I wake up pretty early, just like you do, and although you wake up way earlier than I do, and like I think I do a lot more gaming like on the weekends when I've got more time.
sure, yeah, no, I totally get that, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Seven Deadly Sins, man. Whenever they want to add in that invert control, I'll come back. I told you.
Yes, Netmarble. Someone send this to Netmarble or tell them that we're talking about them because was it the Y axis is
The
that the
Y
one that you
axis.
yeah
That's
so
yeah, the
so
vertical.
Justin here he is a little bit weird He plays with
I am
the
weird.
y-axis inverted for everything. And Seven Deadly Sins, Netmarble, doesn't have the option to invert the y-axis, and so Justin is being unfairly discriminated against.
I was gonna say discriminated. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's oh
for
man.
his visual abilities to not match up his thumb the way it moves with normal people.
For my dumbness, you can just say it, Kyle. It's okay. My handicap that I have, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I'm weird, man. I can't. I don't know. I just can't do it. I'm like, ugh. This seems so cool, but I can't play it.
It's the way that your brain thinks about stuff. Because I was telling you too, like I play like a normal person, um, but then, but when I play flight games, I have ingrained in my mind that pulling back goes up. So like in flight, whenever I'm flying, I always invert my y-axis because back means up and forward means down, like I'm diving down.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm playing any other type of game, pushing forward means I'm looking up, and pushing backwards means I'm looking down. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I feel like that's the way that most people probably
Oh,
play,
I think
but
it is too, for sure. Yeah. No, you're right. I think I play just an abundance of like jet games and like mech games where you have to like where you like you're using like a throttle, like a
mm-hmm.
joystick. I'm just gonna call it, but like,
Ace
yeah.
Combat 4.
Oh yeah, Shattered Skies,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, that was my jam back in the day. Oh, I would.
Yeah, I loved like the anime cutscenes and everything. The
Uh,
other thing I didn't like about the Ace Combats and even the new ones is the sense of speed does not feel like it's there because of
you're right.
the landscape. The landscape feels like it is too tiny, and the
You're right.
buildings and vehicles and everything else also feel like they're too tiny. So it feels like you're flying a prop plane versus like a jet.
You're
But
right.
otherwise, I
It
do
does feel that
like the
way.
ability to fly. I mean, it's
Hmm.
flight is flight.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree, man. Well, cool. Well, let's uh let's
Let's
jump
do
into
it.
some news, Kyle. What do you think?
I think yes.
Um, I think I messed up here.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
maybe I didn't.
Justin deleted
No.
all the articles.
Yeah. We got some hardware news, a couple of them. First, I'll just go with here. Do you ever remember playing in Neo Geo AES, Kyle? 'Cause I didn't
No, I
back in the
don't think
day.
so.
Neo Geo. Well, it's coming back, Kyle.
Ooh.
It's coming back, and I love. So this is from Outer Haven, by the way, but I love the caption that they have at the very top. They go, the Neo Geo AES is back, and this time you can actually afford one. that's
Oh,
that's because back
lovely.
in the day, yeah, dude. So that's because back in the day, dude, like this release, I believe it was like early '90s, I want to say, and it was $600, dude. And $600 in the early '90s was really expensive.
It's
Like,
so funny because like Sony is doing the same thing. It's like, yo, Sony, look at what Neo Geo did.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. That's But yeah, so PlayOn and SNK they've announced this new Neo Geo AES system, which is an AES Plus they're calling it. It's supposed to like replicate basically an arcade unit. That's why.
Right.
So back in the day too, the cartridges too. It wasn't just the system that was expensive. It was the games, dude. The games could be like a $250 because you're basically inserting this actual like arcade motherboard into your console. So the games were just disgustingly expensive, man. That's why like nobody bought one. I'm guessing. But they're coming out with this, and they're coming out with they're gonna like reprint a bunch of games for this, Kyle, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I see
Um,
Metal Slug in there
yeah, dude.
and
Yep,
Big Tournament Golf.
big tournament. Yeah, dude. King of Fighters 2002, Garu Mark of the Wolves, Shock Troopers, Samurai Showdown 5 Special, Polestar, Twinkle Star Sprites, Magician Lord, and Overtop. Yeah, that Twinkle Star Sprites made me laugh too.
Dude, well, because you went from Polestar to Twinkle Star Sprites, like just without pause, and I was like, Is that the same game?
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, dude. It says here the main system itself is $250 USD. The White Anniversary Edition with Metal Slug included is $350, and the Ultimate Edition with all of the games is $1,000. The wireless sticks are also sold separately with the 15-pin dongles and plugs. So you can buy those separate if you
So
desire.
this is basically them competing with analog, doing the N64 and the Game Boy. This is their
Yeah,
version
right.
of doing the Neo
It's kind of
Geo.
like in that vein, yeah, for sure. They kind of want to have their own, kind of carving their own space in that niche, niche. Sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah,
interesting.
it's going to launch on November 12th. And it says here that there is an interest from PlayOn to do more cartridges. So they haven't specified which ones, but that would be pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
So I
there's
don't know, Kyle.
definitely a market for it.
There is.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I don't think I'm going to get it, but it is interesting. Pre-orders are live right now on PlayOn's website. It says so. If you ever wanted one of these, Kyle, now's the time. I don't know. Does this interest you at all?
Nope, not really. I have little time enough as it is to be spending $250 on a retro console with games that I could probably put on my phone.
Right. I have an actual arcade unit. Um,
Okay.
it's a bar top one, but it's really cool, and that it has all those games on it. So
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
know, um, yeah, it's cool. I am interested in it, but I mean, I'm not enough to where I'm getting it. But
Like, dude, if I was not like middle class and I just had money just brimming at the seams of all of my pockets and everything, like yeah, I would certainly go spend money on this. But I feel like this is for I don't know. I feel like these retro consoles are for people that are like so nostalgic that they have to have one, or they're
yeah,
just
it's definitely for the enthusiasts.
so
You
yeah,
know,
like so wealthy that it's they just don't really care what
yeah,
they spend their money on.
the hardcore enthusiasts, people who are just really loved to like like that console are just super nostalgic for it. It's for them. So I do want to
Yeah.
see. I am curious to see how it does, but we'll see.
Well,
November
if it's
12th.
anything like the analog stuff, I mean, those systems sold out time and time again, and they were like almost impossible to get your hands on. So
Right.
it could be like that. You know what I'd like to see? Sega Saturn, like redo Sega Saturn.
Oh, dude, tell me about it. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I would buy that for sure. All those
because the
RPGs.
nostalgia. Yeah,
Dude, all the
nostalgia
RPGs on
factor.
that console. So what's funny is I don't have any nostalgia for it, but I've studied and studied and looked up all the RPGs on that console, dude, and they look awesome. Like I've dabbled in a few of them through emulation, and I just want a Sega Saturn.
Yeah, that would be one that would be interesting to me. Even the N64, like I saw Analog did the N64, and I'm like, I don't know if I would do that because I can kind of get those games on the Switch right now. Anyways, a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean you're right, actually.
So they kind of I don't know. It's
Yeah, but
enthusiasts, but it's
enthusiast.
interesting.
But yeah. All right, Kyle. Well, moving on. I know this news is probably more exciting to you than it is me, but it's still exciting.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3
Oh,
announced.
that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that one next just for you, Kyle.
You led me on.
I didn't mean to, but
Unbelievable.
so Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 announced, coming to I think everything. I'm reading this on the PlayStation blog, so yeah, dude. During the annual Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2-day event, Bandai Namco Entertainment unveiled multiple announcements on stage in front of fans and the world. Like they were talking about new content coming to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Fighters, Xenoverse 2, and so on. And then they went and revealed an all new game, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I haven't actually watched the trailer for this yet. Have you, Kyle?
No, I haven't, and I'm actually less excited about it than you might think. I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, all of it.
Mm.
Um, I do not understand the hype for like Xenoverse over Sparking Zero over these other what's the other one
Yeah,
Kakarot or whatever. Like I don't, I know Kakarot's more like RPG type, but like you've got Sparking Zero, which is absolutely fantastic, and then they go and they do Xenoverse and they treat them like two different genres of games, and I don't see the difference. I see them as competing games that literally probably like diminish
it's a
each other's
style,
strengths.
right? Like it's just a certain fighting style that I think people just loved about Xenoverse. I don't really. I
Yeah,
played Xenoverse 2 quite a bit back in the day, but nah, I don't know. It's just yeah, you're right. It's just they want to fill these different groups of people that prefer a certain fighting style over the other. So there is quite an audience that does prefer the Xenoverse games. I know. I it says here it's going to be set within a brand new Dragon Ball world. Journey through age 1000, where West City stands as the vibrant heart of this world. Explore the bustling city, encounter new characters, and uncover exciting new stories. So, sounds like they're kind of going in a different. We're not going to see that same old, tired old, Dragon Ball Z story. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That they always play at the beginning. That you got to
Well,
like
that's
work your
what
way
they
through
did
the.
so good with Sparking Zero because Sparking Zero has the alternate paths. Like depending on how
Mm,
you like, in you have one mode, where you go through and you play the normal story, which is always fun for
yeah.
fans. But then they also have these other alternate paths that you could take based off of your actions. Like you complete a certain scenario, and all of a sudden now the timeline and world have been changed. You get to go on like a split timeline with a different story, and it was really fun. I thought that they did a really good job with that game.
Yeah.
So this one being a totally different story could be really cool. But I'm not
Yeah.
really like a fighting game kind of person so much. I
Mm-hmm.
might be depending on like if it's just fun to play with my family. I wouldn't go online and play with people because I've seen those matches and it's like
Oh yeah, dude.
not
I don't want to get. I don't want to
not my
get.
cup of tea, man. I want
No.
skill based matchmaking.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting into like a 20 hit juggle against a wall and then just destroyed. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's something to look forward to for fans of the fighting genre or Dragon Ball Z or both. So that's coming out next year. It says 2027. So no concrete date, but next year. Well, Kyle, I am scrolling over to that news story. Actually, I'm just gonna let you. Do you want to talk about the Elden Ring?
yeah, and I'm really excited about this one because Bandai Namco and Studio A24, which if you guys don't know Studio A24, like go look up some of their work. They do what's that one? Everything Everywhere All at Once. They did The Green Knight. They've done a bunch of different like really like action or I think they did Warfighter too. Not number two, but like Warfighter as well. The movie. They just the
Mm.
movies that they've done are almost always a hit, and they're just kind of like a quirky studio. So, anyways, they're working with Bandai Namco to make a live action adaptation of Elden Ring, directed by Alex Garland. I don't know who that is. I know Studio A24. It's going to be filmed for IMAX, and it's going to be released on March 3rd of 2028.
I saw
Which
that. I saw that date, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's kind of far. That's like 2 years, almost 2 years away."
it's actually sooner than I expected because normally, like a movie, like a live action movie, would take some time to put together, especially like of the Elden Ring nature. But I'm thinking, like, I think Studio A24 has like a faster turnaround time because they kind of have their niche that they work in, and I
Mm.
think they've got their stuff really well set up. So um, they've got some lists of people. I don't recognize anybody in the list of actors. I think these are actors. And what's interesting to me though is like, yes, Elden Ring does have a story, but it's not really like an RPG, right? Like it's kind of a they give you so little information and just let you go through and experience the story through the actions that happen in the game and not really through talking to anybody. Like there's some dialogue that happens, but there's almost no dialogue that happens. And so I'm just wondering,
Like most Soul games, I suppose.
right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
just like that. So it makes me think, okay, are they going to do more voice acting? I mean, I'm
Yeah, it makes me wonder because I mean, yeah, there's not really a strong narrative in Elden Ring. I don't have that much experience
well,
with it.
there is,
There's a
but
lot of
it's
lore, but I
not.
wouldn't say an actual like pronounced story is what I'm talking about, though. You know
Well,
what I mean?
there is though. That's the thing is like there's like the lore, yes, and I've not even gotten into the lore really. Like I don't read all the extra things and stuff, but like the narrative, and it's been a few years since I played through it, but the narrative is actually really strong. Like they guide you really well through everything that you do and the different bosses that you tackle and like like the fights that you get into across the I forget what the name of the land is, but it's actually like the story is a lot more involved than you might think for like a Souls like game, and that's why they were able to do the expansion pack for it, like the additional content because they had more story to build on, even like after the fact. So
Hmm.
it was really good. I thought it was a great accessible game for people that maybe can't handle Souls like games because it allowed you to bring in like spirits with you and people as well to help. So even if you didn't bring people in, you could bring like the spirit with you, and the spirits could help you and kind of make it easier. But yeah, I'm excited for the movie. I want to see a trailer for it and just see, you know, what's gonna look like.
Yeah, I'm curious.
What's the
I,
vibe gonna be?
yeah, they're gonna. That's it. They're gonna have to kind of nail that because the only thing I'd be worried about is like the writing and the vibe for sure. Um,
Yeah,
Cause yeah, I don't know. I played. I don't know. I'm gonna have to agree to disagree about the story because I played for a few hours and there was nothing as far as storytelling. Unless it just picks right the heck up like hours into the game, like hours and hours into it. But from what I played, there was the storytelling was pretty weak. But it isn't about that. But it doesn't have to be. So the Souls games have never been about storytelling. It's been about there's like background story and like lore, but as far as like in your face like storytelling, it's just not there, which is fine. But because it's more about exploration and finding your place in this world and navigation, like navigating through it and getting through all the bosses and kind of having fun. Um, it wasn't for me, but I'm also that's about the time where I was getting out of Souls games. So it isn't the game's fault; it was my fault because I love Bloodborne to pieces, but that was probably my last Souls game that I really played and got into and enjoyed. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I'll definitely go watch it for sure.
One thing too I want to mention is that George R. R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones, was also the one that wrote the story
Yeah.
for Elden Ring. So
Yep.
that's why it has a lot more like unspoken and guided story than your typical Souls game because it does like it starts out really slow like you're just tarnished, you wake up in the world and for hours you're just kind of like what am I doing, but it's not until like the halfway to like later points of the game where you start to fight later bosses that you figure out what the actual story is, and you can affect and change the ending based off of the different decisions and things that you do. Like there was
Mm.
one, it was like underground. If you take on a certain, what do they call it? Like frenzy. I can't remember, but if you take that on, like the ending is a little bit different than if you did like the stars ending. It's got a lot more context to it, but it's certainly a slow burn because they don't just give it to you all at once, right? Like you've got to play through. It took me over 100 hours before I got to the end, and even then, I still didn't know the full scope of the story because I didn't get into all the extra lore and things that were um, available. I used Fextra Life actually, the YouTube channel, to kind of catch up on all of that.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I'm wanting to see a trailer for it, see what they're what they're thinking in terms of the Elden Ring
Yeah,
movie.
they're gonna have to nail that. It's harder because it's live action, right?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
live action.
harder to do, but I'm sure they can do it. I'm definitely much more excited for the Bloodborne movie, which is going to be animated, by the way. Um, I didn't have it here, but I'm a Bloodborne guy, so that was exciting for me to find out that they're doing a animated movie based off of Bloodborne. But
Yeah,
I don't know much about it. They haven't given much on it, so we'll have to see, find out. I'm glad you're excited, Kyle.
very excited.
Have a couple, not couple. Well, I was gonna say a couple game announcements, but that was including Xenoverse 3. But here's one that's coming out here in I guess July, according to Insider Gaming.
Woohoo.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced apparently is releasing July 9th of this year.
Hmm.
So
I've heard that game was good.
yeah, I played a little bit of it. It was good, and I wish I would have gone back to finish it, but now I don't have to. Now I can wait for this remake, remaster, whatever they're calling it. Um, yeah, remake actually, because it says right here, Insider Gaming can reveal that the upcoming Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, titled Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, will release on July 9th. Despite original plans for the game to be revealed today, April 16th, that was already like almost a week ago, because today is April 21st or 22nd, I should say. Um, Ubisoft has decided to postpone the announcement until next week, while media and content creators received a roughly 30-minute presentation of the game earlier today. While we won't spoil what the game has in store, we can say it's been completely reworked with a bunch of new content and updates, and honestly, it looks awesome. But one thing was made clear: despite the rumors and rumblings, Black Flag Resynced is not an RPG. So that's kind of important because I know with their newer Assassin's Creed games, it's taken that RPG mantle. It's more of an RPG where you have like the different swords and the
Yeah.
stats, and you gotta like level up, and you gotta all that. But no, this is going to remain, I guess, true to the original and true to like the original Assassin's Creed style. So yeah, because it says here, this remains a solo adventure and character-driven experience. It is not an RPG. The presentation revealed. So classic Assassin's Creed fans can rejoice.
Ooh.
Um, yeah. So July 9th, that's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna check it out. I don't know if I'll be there day one, but I do want to play it. I'm excited. I and I'm typically not an Assassin's Creed fan. Like I actually don't really care for the Assassin's Creed games that much, but I did enjoy when I played it 4 back in the day. I did like 2, the sequel to Assassin's Creed 2 was actually really good. I didn't like the first one at all, but I love 2. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Are you a big Assassin's Creed fan, Kyle?
I wouldn't say I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I do enjoy the games. I didn't play much of the original ones. I played like Origin and Odyssey, and I really enjoyed those ones, especially Odyssey. I haven't played any of the newer stuff, but I if they do a demo or something, I might check it out. I got my pirate ship fix by playing Sea of Thieves on the PS5.
Oh, okay. Did you play a lot of that?
So I did, yeah. I played a lot of it, and it was it was a lot of fun. But like, there are some players that have been playing that on Xbox for so long. Like, you get stuck in a server with them, and they just hunt you down and make your life miserable. So it was almost more fun to do the server where you're just in the world by yourself.
Oh, okay. Because I've been thinking, I've been pondering picking up Sea of Thieves for a little while.
It's a lot of fun. Like, I had a buddy I was playing it with when he was working at Microsoft, and I mean, it was really great. Like, you feel like a pirate. The sucky thing was just like if you got into one of those lobbies where people were just like they'd launch themselves at you from cannonballs and or from like the cannon, from across the way, and next thing you know they're on your ship. They kill you. They take all your stuff as you're trying to like because you don't just turn in your loot by capturing it. Like, you actually have to carry it piece by piece by piece to whatever faction that you're turning it into. and at that time you're like
Oh,
the
I
most
see.
vulnerable, and so like your ship is unattended, and it's just. So I had some good moments, I had some bad moments, and I played the crap out of it, and now I kind of retired from it because I got so much other stuff to play.
Yeah, I heard there was a big problem with griefers in that game. From what
Yeah,
I have been told that
they definitely inflicted some grief upon myself and my
there
buddy.
was grief involved in
There was
your
grief, yes.
playtime.
Yeah, there was a little bit.
uh, all right, cool. Moving on, this is probably the biggest news story I think that's happened. I think it just happened yesterday. Microsoft is dropping the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate,
Hmm,
so it will no longer be $29.99 per month. Instead, it's going to be $22.99 per month. So a $7 decrease. PC Game Pass is being reduced from $16.49 per month to $13.99 per month.
interesting.
Both changes are effective immediately. It says here. Now, there's a caveat. There is a catch. For those of you who care, they are taking Call of Duty games off the service. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're taking them off like the day one. Uh, they will no longer be day one Game Pass games.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be added about a year later. It says here. So it says here that Call of Duty games that are already part of any tier of Game Pass are unaffected by this change. So starting with the next Call of Duty, I'm assuming is what this means. So says here, this is I'm quoting this. Our players cover a wide breadth of geographies, preferences, and tastes. So while there isn't a single model that's best for everyone, this change responds to a lot of feedback we've gotten so far. Microsoft said in a statement, "We'll continue to listen and learn." So this was there was a memo that had leaked from the CEO Asha Sharma, and which apparently she told the team Game Pass has become too expensive for players, so we need a better value equation. As well as a subsequent report that Sharma and the Xbox leadership team were considering removing Call of Duty from day one availability on Game Pass. So, yeah, this I don't know, Kyle. This is a move. It's I wish it would have gone down to what it was before they added, Call of Duty, the Call of Duty increase basically, because it was 19.99 a month. Then they increased it to 30 or 29.99.
Yeah.
So really, it's still a $3 increase from what it was before they increased it because of Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. I guess I wish it would have gone down just like a tish more though, like $3 more. That would have been nice. Um,
Yeah.
I guess I was part of the PC Game Pass. That's where I played my Game Pass games was on PC. Because I don't have an Xbox series, so it is nice to see that 13.99 price point happen for the PC Game Pass. I'm not sure why it's cheaper. I don't know if they get less games, but when I was on PC Game Pass, it didn't seem like it was less games. But I don't know. Does this do anything for you, Kyle? Are you going to sign up for PC Game Pass now?
No, I'm on Mac, so that doesn't work for me. Although I remember all
Oh,
the
is that
advertisements.
not on Mac? Available on Mac?
This is a Mac. This is a Mac, or this is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. Like it was just no. I always come back to this. I have little time enough as it is to like diversify my gaming portfolio so
Mm,
broadly.
yeah.
I mean at this like with Sony's price increases, honestly, like I may like this may be the last generation that I play PlayStation. Um, Depending on what they do with the PS6. It's I just like my time is more valuable to me than like the money grubbing that these rich console companies are going for. Like I don't know. I feel like the money to value is just not there.
So you might just switch to just PC gaming, you think, or what?
Um, no, I'd probably grab like a Switch and use that for like family gaming when
Mm.
like just like casual gaming. I don't have a PC. I don't play games on my computer at all. I have a Mac, so it's like
I was
not
waiting.
many
Well,
games.
I asked because I was waiting for you to say like, oh, maybe Xbox, and I was like, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening if you think they're gonna be anywhere near the PS6 price. That's gonna be way more.
No, I don't know. It for me, like honestly, like for me, Call of Duty was good in the beginning days. As it grew bigger and as they started to take over more, and they started doing things like putting Nicki Minaj in as
Yeah,
characters,
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. Are you freaking kidding me? Like Call of Duty has
Yeah,
kind of become a scourge, and the fact that Microsoft bought them and then jacked up the Game Pass price to be able to provide those games to people day one, and then Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty is like absolutely tanked. Like
yeah,
they release too much too fast, and they've forgotten who they are. They've said once upon a time that they're going back to the roots. They didn't. They did for like a minute, and then they added in the skins like Beavis and Butthead on Modern Warfare. It's like
yep,
this. It doesn't do anything to me. All it does is it makes me think like my money's better spent somewhere else, and maybe I will save up my money and like go to Greece instead of buying
oh,
a new PlayStation
yeah. I
because
mean,
I
hey,
feel like
man,
that's where prices are going.
right? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen in the future, but But I mean, yeah, no, I mean, this is probably the right move. I think this leads to a question of more: are they going to start introducing more tiers? Like, from what I'm hearing too, there's kind of murmurs going around that they're going to introduce more of a customizable Game Pass where you can like kind of pick and choose your plan. Like, you can kind of uncheck certain things. So, like for me, for instance, I wouldn't want that Fortnite crew pass BS that they have included with it. I hate Fortnite. I would not even put that in there.
It's
I
weird
would
because I see
uncheck.
you on Fortnite on the PlayStation all the time.
That's my son, but yes, you're like sure it is.
Sure
Uh,
it is. It's under your profile, my friend,
I know.
all the time. This guy plays Fortnite like every time I turn it on, it says Fortnite.
Yeah, don't out me. Come on, man. But yeah, I would uncheck that. I would uncheck that EA play or whatever that is.
Dude,
The
that's the
EA
number of times I get spammed with EA, with the cash.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft, and then the cash from like Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like,
Yeah,
guys, who's buying cash for Grand Theft Auto 5 at this point?
well, some people are apparently.
Apparently.
So yeah, that's yeah. So I'd be curious to see what they do there. I'm curious if they introduce more of a more customizable Game Pass tier system. I think that would be probably a good idea. So I don't know. This is
Yeah.
probably a step in the right direction, I would say, but not enough to make me resubscribe to Game Pass because I'm not doing that. But
I'd also like to point out just like in the articles that we look at, like what has the internet become? Because like IGN, when you first open the article, I see three advertisements. One is Culver's, one is Auto Trader, but just before that, it was medicine for your bowels, and then there was another one that started in the video. And as I scroll, these ads move with me. And there's another one for Dell, and there's another one for Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Hero Wars, and another one for it's like, bro, I can't even get gaming news
no,
without seeing 20 different advertisements at the same time.
yeah, it's become pretty egregious, hasn't it?
Yeah, and like I'm a Mac, so I could use Safari, but like for work, I use Chrome because most people like that I'm working with they use Chrome as well, so it just makes it kind of easier for me to test things in the software that they're doing. But like at
Oh
least
yeah.
on Mac, I can shut down the ads. Like I can actually like turn click on stuff and turn them off. It's so egregious. Like every time we look at news articles, it's just like it hurts my soul to see what the internet has become. Like you've got to have 10 advertisements
Yeah, it's everywhere.
on
It
this.
it's it makes scrolling through these articles like a real pain in the butt.
It reminds me of when like we were kids and you like go to visit like a naughty website, right? Like and then you click on it, it's like ad like everywhere, right? Like it's like that, but it's just become normalized on everyday things that you go to on the
It's
internet.
yeah, it's everywhere now. Every
Yeah.
little website has it.
anyways, I know it's not gaming. It was just like I just couldn't help but notice that I had ads all over my screen as I was reading this article about Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, it's just a screen full of vomit, is what it is. What it,
Basically.
um, yeah, and then another bit of news. Speaking of Fortnite, Kyle,
Oh,
seems that Epic is working on a little extraction shooter for Disney, a Disney-themed extraction shooter.
really?
Now, apparently, there are reports here is that it's saying that it's going to release in November. And that comes from Bloomberg. It'll be the first game released as part of Disney's 1.5 billion investment in Epic. So, according to
Wait, wait,
Bloomberg,
wait.
wait, go
Didn't they
ahead.
just lay off a ton of people?
Yeah, a fourth of their workforce, dude.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
now
don't.
we've got a
Now they want to put
1.5
another project.
billion dollar investment, and I mean it just follow the money, right? Like Disney
That's
invested
exactly what it
1.5
is.
billion to make a an investment into them and do an Arc Raiders thing. So they let go of a quarter of the workforce, and now they're going to bring on another quarter to do something else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, money will always talk. Unfortunately, that's just the way the business goes. But yeah, according to Bloomberg, this is going to be it's going to kind of be similar in the style to Arc Raiders, but will feature Disney characters. So does that mean? I wonder which Disney characters. So are we going to have like Donald Duck waving an AK-47 and just running around like putting holes in people? You know? Are you gonna have Mickey Mouse with a rocket launcher be like, oh boy, and then blast somebody to smithereens?
I think that's actually been done, but not Donald Duck with the AK.
Oh boy.
Like who makes these decisions? Like who looks at this and says that this is a good idea?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody high up, somebody above the usual pay grade, man. I don't know. It could be like Star Wars characters, maybe Marvel characters. They're gonna have like maybe it's more of like they
They
use like powers.
they need to sell Star Wars back to Lucas and like just get out of it. They've done such a terrible job with Star Wars. Like
I agree. As someone who's not even a big of a Star Wars fan as you are, I would agree for sure that they have. Yeah.
yeah, I have a message a buddy that I text all the time about Star Wars because he's a big Star Wars fan, like his whole family is. And when Kathleen Kennedy was leaving, we sent each other like celebration emojis and like we ran across the park, arms wide open, to like warm embrace and celebrate because she's just trashed Star Wars. Like it's
Hmm.
just been. So I would prefer that they don't do anything with Star Wars. Like Marvel, I like Marvel and what they've done with Marvel, but I don't think that they get the vision of Star Wars. Um,
Yeah.
could be a, I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna
It
do.
sounds like a reach, dude. It says Toy Story as well.
Yeah. Like
Like I mean, it says the property spans Toy Story, so it could theoretically have Buzz Lightyear.
yeah. That's just it. We don't know like which characters, like which franchises are gonna use. If they're gonna use a combination of like several of them, or just stick to like one or two, or because yeah, I don't know what their plan here is. If they're gonna have like I said, is it gonna be like Marvel where they just use like their powers? You have a certain power set, ability set. I don't know, man.
It's said to
It's
be not very original.
yeah, you're right. That's what. Yeah, I saw that too. Uh, but employees are optimistic that Epic will get it right by the launch date. Well, I would. Well, yeah, that's probably true, I suppose. But I don't know. This doesn't excite me at all, Kyle. But I thought it was pretty big news anyway. Worth putting on our document here.
Well, now we know why Epic actually laid off their staff. It wasn't
Yeah.
that they were strapped for cash. It was that they got an infusion of cash, which is like always. I mean, that's almost always the case. They got an infusion of cash to do a different project, so they laid off a ton of their staff and decided to do this other project instead.
Yeah, if you keep reading here too, it says it's it aims to appeal to Gen Z men with new original movies. Oh, never mind, I read that wrong. Disney
What?
getting to the extraction shooter business comes after the reports claim the. Oh, okay, okay. That's with their movie site. I read that wrong. Never mind. Never mind.
Nah, scratch it.
But
Cut it
yeah.
from
Anyways, yeah.
the
Yep.
podcast.
Edit it out. Nope. That's not how we do. We leave all of our mistakes in. We don't care whether it's mic troubles or whatever. Hey, you see what you get here.
Dude, my favorite still is when you click the mute button on your mic. And I was like, I don't think he's muted.
Yeah, you're
Every
like
time you cough, it was just like so loud into the microphone. I was dying.
you're like you were not muted, by the way.
Of all the moments, that's my standout because it was just so funny because you thought you with confidence that you were muted, and I knew right away that you weren't, and it was just yeah, it played out so perfectly.
That was gold, as the kids say these days.
Do they?
All right, I assume. I don't know. In a bit of more hardware news, Kyle.
Yeah. Ooh.
Planix has announced a Steam Machine alternative with an RX 9060 XT, whatever that is, priced at $1,139. So, as we await the Steam Machine, Valve has stated that it won't be 2027, but I have my doubts because they are sitting on this thing far too long. By the way, they need to release the Steam Machine, I think, ASAP. But for those of us who want who kind of want the Steam Machine now and don't want, they have an alternative. This is being marketed as a living room PC and a direct competitor to Steam Machine. And if you look at it, Kyle, if you look at this picture, it looks just like a Xbox Series S.
No, it looks like one of those induction cooktops.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got that big black circle on top, though, which just
Yeah,
like
that's the
Series S.
induction cooktop. You put your
Yeah.
pot on that, and that's how you cook your food in your dorm.
Well, it is. It was revealed. I guess it is. It's a 3D printed case.
Yeah. Of
So
course it is.
yeah, it is a mini PC that can run most games available on Steam thanks to its hardware. So it includes an AMD. This is for all you tech heads out there because you're going to understand this more than I can. An AMD Ryzen 5 5500 processor, a 512 gigabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Yes, DDR4, not DDR5. 2x8 gigabyte at 3200 megahertz. I think that is, if I read that right. And an RX 9060 XT graphics card with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Now that's important. I think the Steam Machine only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so that's double the performance on that part of it. So just, and as it says here, and this is what I was thinking too. Just on these specs alone, its performance should be higher than the Steam Machine. So on the software side, it says the system runs a custom version of Arch Linux with a built-in Steam gaming mode, allowing users to access the full Steam library. And there were tests done by that. That Retro Game Core, Kyle, that we watched. Yeah,
Yep.
He did some tests using Cyberpunk, showing performance between 55 and 60 frames per second in an upscaled 4K resolution using FSR in quality mode with high graphics settings. So it's a
not
pretty
bad.
beefy. Yeah, it's a pretty beefy little
Yeah.
machine, and it should be. Because as for the price, the Planix Mini PC is currently listed at $1,139. So it includes an 8-bit Do Ultimate 2 controller. I don't know how to. I probably said that wrong, Kyle.
I think it's dough.
Uh,
Even though it doesn't
it's
have
dough?
an E at the end. I think so.
okay,
That's what I think Retro Game Core says.
okay.
8-bit
I should watch that video that he does. I didn't know he had a video on this already. So yeah, I don't know, Kyle. This seems to be like a direct response to the Steam Machine. What do you think? You think you might get this or no?
No, probably not. I mean, I for stuff like this, like for PC gaming and everything, like it just requires. Part of the reason why I'm a console gamer is like it's just easier that way because I'm just in an ecosystem where I don't have to worry about updating my graphics cards or downloading new drivers or anything like that. Like my console plugs into my TV, I've got controllers, the ecosystem, and it works. So I don't know if I want to spend the time and energy to set something like that up. If I was gonna do that, I'd probably just go with like an actual gaming PC.
Just go full bore, full throttle.
Yeah, probably. But I'm kind of also wanting to see like at some point the AI craze is gonna die down, or it's gonna turn into Skynet and it won't matter anyways. But at some point, just like with Bitcoin and everything and all the mining that was happening and everyone buying up graphics cards for that, same thing, right? Like I feel like the AI craze. Even Microsoft actually came out and said something like, if we don't do something useful with AI soon, then people are going to start questioning why we're wasting economic the like economical resources on AI.
Yeah, why
Like
are we? Dang it.
exactly, like why are we wasting so much energy, so much power, so much time and effort and into these things and inflating prices of everything artificially because of AI if we're not going to do anything like useful with it. And that's what Microsoft said. And I saw that on LinkedIn earlier today. I was just like, wow, if Microsoft is saying that, then
Yeah.
maybe we should probably do something actually like productive with AI
Yeah, and not waste so much. Oh my God.
resources. Yeah.
All the data centers being, yeah, all the data centers that they're building and all the RAM it's sucking up, dude. It's so exhausting just watching the news unfold around it all, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, back on topic. So yeah, this thing, I guess you can pre-order it now. I guess or no, order it now. I think it ships out of Spain,
Oh, okay.
so it's available to buy now, which I
Really?
didn't know that shocked me when I read that. Yeah. So if for all you people that want something like that, here you go. Your Steam Machine 2.0 awaits. 2.0.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if it were easy to set up and like I could see it being future proof for a couple of years, then
I think it is.
maybe. But like, there's honestly like for more than $1,000, there's so many more things that I would spend my money on that would last me a lot longer than that, than adding
Yeah.
another gaming system to my existing gaming systems.
Gaming system collection.
Right, like basically just
Yeah.
the Nintendo Switch and PS5. Like
Yeah.
for $1,300, I can get so much fitness equipment for my home gym. Which, for those of you that don't know, I've got a home gym and I love fitness and exercise. Like I just $1,300. That's like half of a cable machine for me. Like a cable machine with really good weight stacks. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I might as well just get a cable machine that's gonna last me forever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and it actually benefits your health.
Yeah, exactly. Like when
You
people
know,
are being mean to me at work and I need something to go take my aggression out, I just go downstairs and grab that cable machine and start slamming
just pump some
some guys
iron.
and stuff. Yeah, pump some iron. I don't know. No, it's like there's only so much disposable income that I have, so I'm just really choosy about what I spend my money on.
Yeah, yeah. No, totally. I'm with you. I think it's cool. It's neat, but I won't be getting one for that. Pretty
I
much
don't
the
like the
exact same
look of
reason
it
you
though.
said.
I think it looks hideous.
Yeah, it looks a little
It
funky. It
it
does.
literally looks like those college dorm room cooktops. Like
Yeah,
the thing you
yeah.
plug into the wall and you put your pot on it and you cook on it. I don't know who
Hmm.
approved that design. It looks awful. But I
Yeah,
mean, its specs are cool.
yeah, yeah. Well, in our last bit of news for the day, It looks like the Legend of Zelda live action movie has finished filming, Kyle. It's a wrap. So Sony Pictures announced this at CinemaCon 2026, and this also is where they also announced that Bloodborne adaptation. So, but yeah, dude, it has completed filming as caught by IGN. Uh, in the process, the company has also reiterated the planned May 7th, 2027 theatrical release date for the film. Now, that's interesting, Kyle. So, this movie was filmed kind of quick, wasn't it? I think it started filming in November and it wrapped filming in April. Isn't that is that fast? It seems fast.
I don't think so.
Was that normal? Is that normal?
Yeah, so I think a lot of times they actually wrap filming in like 3 to 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. And a
Okay.
lot of the stuff that they do after the fact is like what takes the most amount of time is all that like post production. That's
Sure.
what my understanding is. I because like what was the article I was reading? I forget who it was. It was like The Rock or Arnold Schwarzenegger or somebody was saying that they were filming a movie and they had to be like on site for 3 to 6 months or something. And I was just like, I think that they did do this fast because I expected Nintendo to take a lot longer on this, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know these actors either, Kyle. Like it says here, so it says here, Bo Bragison is going to be filling the role of Zelda, and then Link is being played by this Evan Ainsworth. Do you know either of those names?
Bo
You can Google it.
Bragson. Yeah, I googled it. I don't. Bo Bragson is in movies and shows that I've never seen or heard of. However, Bo Bragson is in Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, the movie.
Oh, I did watch that.
I did. It's been a while, so but I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know any of
Hmm.
these other ones. The
Okay.
Jetty Sensor. Let me see the other actor here.
Um.
Uh, Evan Ainsworth. Let me see.
Yeah.
Just look this up. Evan Ainsworth movies. The Legend of Zelda, a Pinocchio movie, I guess.
Hmm.
I've not seen that one. Flora and Ulysses. Yeah, I mean these are kind of not actors that I would know.
Okay. Well, either way, I am pretty excited for this movie. I just, I don't know. The only thing I'm really worried about is like the tone of the movie, the tone, the vibe, the writing. Like, I really hope they nail that. I don't know if they've confirmed if Link talks in this movie, but I wonder if that would kind of ruin the tone for me a little bit if he, spoke. Just because I've played all these games with him not speaking.
Yeah,
I don't know. Would you want
I
Link
mean
to
he goes,
speak
huh,
or
huh.
not? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they put a voice to Cloud, and I thought that was great. Like,
Yeah, but Cloud talked all the time in the game. I mean, no, he wasn't voiced, but he talked constantly in the game. Whereas Link doesn't talk at all in the games, like even text, right?
yeah, I've always kind of thought about that, and I figured it was probably just them, like Nintendo, keeping the vibe of like the original games, right?
Mm,
Like,
trying to stick to that tone.
yeah, that's what I think. I don't know if it was. I think it was intentional. I don't know if it was because they just didn't want to put a voice to him, or maybe they just don't want to break that illusion that they had there, right? Like Final Fantasy, I think it was 10 where they had voiced characters.
That was the first time, yeah, they had voice characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they took a huge risk on that because up until then they weren't voiced.
Right?
So I feel like they can't do a movie without Link saying stuff. At least he's gonna say hot hot.
Right. I
Yeah.
want him to grunt while he's fighting. They better have that. Dang it.
Yep.
Are you excited for this, Kyle? This movie?
Yes, I am. I think Bo Bragison. I think she looks like a fantastic Zelda.
Yeah,
Just
she.
looking at some
I've
of the
seen pictures and she
pictures,
does.
just looking at some of the pictures I've seen, like especially the one with her supposedly as Zelda. I think she looks fantastic. Uh, the other guy, I'm not sure if he looks very Link like to me because the pictures he's got like super short hair, not real linky looking. But that's not him in character, so obviously it's
Right.
not
It's
going to look
tough
like
to.
Link. Yeah, but at least with the quick search result I did, Bo Braxton has the like the ears, and she's got like the arrows on her back and like the
Yep.
hair for it. So I think it could be really good. Once upon a time, game movies were not good. Like they sucked.
No, they
If
were
you
terrible.
remember, did you remember going to see Spirits Within with me?
Yes. Yep. I remember watching that. Yep.
And we were kids, and we were like, "Yeah, this is great." I think because like we liked Final Fantasy, but
Right.
in reality, that movie sucked.
Yeah. Looking back at it, yeah, because I'm like that movie was awful. Like it. Yeah. But yeah, as we're watching it, we're like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is. Well, like you said, we're just young. We don't really know. But I will say, Advent Children was and still is awesome. I love Advent Children.
Yeah, yeah. Advent Children was way better. I still feel like it was maybe not as good as it could have been, like if it were done now, but
Hmm.
it certainly was much better.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan overall of how far video game movie adaptations have come because originally they sucked. Even comic book adaptations they sucked as well. But now, they do an adaptation. It's like it's actually really good. Like Super Mario's good. Um, Tomb Raider
Yeah.
was good too, but we all know why Tomb Raider was good. Um,
We
didn't
sure
have
do.
yeah, it didn't have anything to do with the actual movie itself. It was just all Angelina Jolie and like the side stuff.
Mm-hmm. Side stuff.
Yeah, like dude, as like a
So
teenager,
funny.
that was.
Yeah,
I remember seeing
yeah.
that with my mom, and she was like, "Gasp!"
You're like, wait, they're not triangles? Sorry. Uh, yeah,
Mr. Popular.
yeah, I forgot to put my phone on vibrate before this. Um, but yeah, I'm actually really excited for this movie. Being a pretty big Zelda fan myself, I say that, but I haven't played. There's a few of them I haven't played yet, including the most popular one on the
Dude, I know.
N64.
Don't make me kick you out of here.
Don't remind me of this
It's literally
travesty.
right here.
What is? Oh, you got a you're in 64 or
No,
what? Or your game or
no,
what?
this is Ocarina of Time, dude.
I can't see. You have it on your shelf there behind you?
Yeah, it's this. This
Oh,
box
I
right
see.
here is
I
the
see. I
actual
see. I see.
N64 case
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the game is inside.
I'll be. I wonder if I should. I want to write. I do want to write that wrong. I wonder if I should play the N64 version or the 3DS version, which I hear is a little bit better. It has quality of life changes to it. I
I
don't know.
played the quality of life version of it. That's
Yeah,
that's what I would do. I would always go for that.
I wasn't sure if you were a purist, Kyle. One of those purists. You gotta play the original.
I did find some pictures, by the way, of the other guy as the Ainsworth guy as Link, and I can't see it, but it's because he doesn't have like a sword and shield. It's a very blurry, pixelated picture.
Mm.
And he's got the hair and like the cloak, but he doesn't have like the sword and shield, which I think would help to sell it. So
Yeah,
I need to
like
I need to see more in order to be like, oh
you
yeah,
need to see the whole ensemble, as they say.
he
His whole.
looks way more like Link than the actors that they got for God of War. Let's just say that.
Oh, especially the kid, right? Atreus.
It's like
Oh
they
my.
got them off of Timu.
I'm like, dude, is Atreus like he's like 3? I'm like, he's like 3 now. I'm like, what are we doing?
They took one of the biggest franchises on Sony's like of all time, even on like not even Sony, but and they decided to put in people that don't look like them at all.
What's funny? Before that picture, Kyle, I actually liked the casting for a lot of them. Like, I thought Kratos was fine, but he had that. But in that still shot, he just looked weird and awkward. I'm like, I don't know. And who they have playing as who's the gosh dang it, I'm gonna forget his
Dude,
name.
Ben Stiller looked more like Kratos than this actor. That like, do you remember from the commercial? Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
Dude, or like dude, Triple H would make a good Kratos. Like big time.
It's like they intentionally chose people that don't look like them
Balder,
just to create buzz.
dude, look at the Balder casting is fantastic, though. Like if you get a chance, like look up the Balder,
What's
the
Balder?
guy. Balder's that like Freya's son. That you fight him into 2018 God of War.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So I'm curious to see how that turns out.
He's
But
got more of
anyway,
like the facial structure of
y-
that guy. Yeah.
yeah,
And screen. Now I'm looking. Oh
but
yeah.
yeah.
I can
Um,
see it.
so yeah, it comes out next May. So May of 2027. So we don't have, well, I mean, we got over a year to wait, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but it'll be here before we know it. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch it. I love Legend
I
of
will
Zelda
too.
stuff. Yes, yes. But that's all we got, Kyle. We're done for the day. Now I'm gonna go take a walk.
That's great because I need to walk and I'm a little bit hungry.
Yeah, you better go eat, man. So
Still some of my kids' pizza.
yeah, cool. All right. Well, everybody, all right. That will do it for today's episode. If you're new, checking us out for the very first time, hey, consider giving us a like, maybe even subscribing. It would help us and the channel out a lot. So until next time, guys, stay leveled, stay looting, and we will catch you at the next save point. Peace.